Hi guys, so I'll be walking you through how to complete lesson 2 of this week of October 19th. If you need help, you know how to reach out to me. If you want to sign up for individual office hours, maybe you want some extra help, maybe you are confused, maybe you want to make sure that you're understanding everything, just message me or email me and let me know. Today's agenda has 2 parts that are required and 1 part that is optional, but very, very fun. And spoiler alert, it does have to do with Kahoot. Here is the weekly objective. You'll be able to differentiate between genotype and phenotype, recessive and dominant alleles, and homozygous and heterozygous alleles. And then here is a summary from last lesson. If any of this is confusing, please go back into lesson 10.1 and make sure that you are understanding everything. You can also go into your vocab tracker, make sure that you understand all your vocab. So the first step is actually to go over some vocab. We have defined almost all of the terms that are important for Unit 3. And so what I want you guys to do is to make sure that you understand the 2 terms that I added. So we have heterozygous and homozygous. Hetero, this first prefix, means different. And so a heterozygous genotype is when the 2 alleles for a trait are different. One is dominant and one is recessive. So we have big A, big B, little b, big C, little c. Whereas homozygous, homo means same. So a homozygous genotype is when the 2 alleles for a trait are the same. Either they're both dominant, like capital A, or both recessive, like little a. Make sure that you understand these. You can also open up the Unit 3 vocab tracker. If you have your own copy, go ahead and copy these words in. But if you scroll down, you will see all the way at the end, we have heterozygous and homozygous. Make sure that you understand these before moving on. The next step is to read the following article and use the information you read about to answer the questions below. So this is kind of putting together a lot of the information that we've been learning about genes. So make sure that you read through all of this. You read through phenotype and genotype and then phenotype and answer these 2 questions. In your own words, define the term phenotype. In the example with dog hair, what are the 2 possible phenotypes? So remember, read through here, make sure you understand what's going on, and then answer these questions. The next section is on genotype, and I want you to define genotype in your own words. Again, in your own words means your own words, not Siri's own words, not Google's own words, not Yahoo Answers' own words. Then there is this example with earlobes, which if you've already had small group, you know we're going to be talking about earlobes. And so the 2 questions are, what is the difference between being heterozygous and homozygous, specifically for the earlobe example? And then in the earlobe scenario, what phenotype do you have if you are heterozygous for the trait? The article continues, and the next question is, if you're dominant for a trait, is it possible to have 2 different alleles? And then if you're recessive for a trait, is it possible to have 2 different alleles? So please make sure you read through the whole article before answering these questions. I know that for some of you, your goal is to complete all your work or to really be understanding the material, and this is one of the ways that you can achieve that goal. The next step is optional. So if you skip over it, you can still get up to a 90 on this assignment. If you complete it, you can get up to 100. It is super fun. It is an independent Kahoot practice. So you click here and it will open up this challenge Kahoot. What I want you to do is enter your nickname and start it. There are 15 questions, and I want to see who can get the most correct. It is all about practice for yourself, so you don't need to stress out about it. It is just practice using the vocab, making sure you understand what's going on this week. I highly recommend it if you want to use it just for yourself to see how you're doing, or if you want a fun little Kahoot break. All right, last step, make sure that you did your vocab tracker, you read and answered the article and the questions attached to the article, and then if you wanted to play Kahoot, that you did that. Make sure you submit this on Google Classroom, and I will see you guys in class. Bye.